So there are so many things to monitor when making ads. How can I set it up easily? I'm overwhelmed. That question is from Sandra.
Say it one more time.
There are so many.
I want you to hear how the question was asked.
There are so many things to monitor when making ads.
Hold on. Context. There are so many things to monitor when making ads. There's a lot of moving variables. Next part of the question.
Yes. How can I set it up easily?
How do I do it without having so many things that monitor to set up this ad?
Yes. I'm overwhelmed. Pain.
Okay.
Sandra.
Okay. I'm in an airplane. There are so many buttons around me in the cockpit. How can I learn how to leverage all these buttons without getting overwhelmed?
Yeah.
There's only two ways. One way is not possible. The other one is the only way. The not possible way is you somehow make it easier by removing all the buttons. You can't do that. Because you can't take a difficult thing and make it easy. You can't take a complex thing and make it simple. I'm saying, like, if it requires that many variables.
Yeah.
Here's the only way to do it. The other way, the alternative, is you just learn. You learn until it's not overwhelming. What is overwhelm? When you're learning something new, and thus, the size of your cup can only handle this much water. The moment I start to add too much water and it gets to the top, you feel what? Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
The whelm is over.
Yeah.
You're over. Underwhelm means you're bored. Overwhelm means you're occupied mentally, which will always happen when you learn something new. There is no way you don't. And if you're not overwhelmed learning something new, you're not learning enough.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to aim to be overwhelmed. My point is that's a good thing. It means you're stretching what? The container size. That overwhelm will happen for a short period of time until what? You get it.
Yeah.
The moment you get it, how do you know you got it? When your container is expanded, you can handle more.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you expand your container, the more intelligent you become, the more capacity for knowledge you have, the more of a leader you become, the more rich you get. You can handle more. Overwhelm is a necessary part of the equation every time you learn something. Yeah. Do you know how overwhelmed I was looking at my Facebook dashboard the first time I learned? And there was two options. I had two choices. One is F this and run. Right? Like, screw this. I'm going to hire someone and waste my money with them.
Yeah.
I'm going to not learn this. I'm going to procrastinate. Or suck it up, buttercup, and learn.
Yeah.
Because the moment I learn, it won't be overwhelming anymore.
Facts.
And guess what I did? I spent an entire weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 12 hours each day, took all the courses on it, watched every video on it, sat there and just clicked everything until I understood what everything was, and I'm like, I get it now.
And then on Monday, he said, Jay, I understand Facebook ads. Took me the weekend,
Is Sandra in a
but I understand. No, she's not. It's not our Sandra. We have a Sandra, but it's not this Sandra.
I learned it in 2 days.
Yeah.
Now, I not only run my own ads, not only understand all of my ads, I run good ads, which is also another level of understanding, and I teach it.
4 things.
Okay?
That started with overwhelm.
Started with overwhelm. I was actually like having a heart attack. I was
Yeah,
like, numbers over malfunction. Like, it was actually scary. I was like,
man, there's a reason why I want to pay someone to do this.
Yeah, I actually feel the pain of why people would outsource this. I'm saying, oh my God, this is terrible. Now it's like a joke. Like, every 2 weeks, I'll look at my ads. I'm like, oh, nice. It's brought us that many book calls. Up the budget. Like, I literally take like 5 minutes to look at it. That's what I teach my clients in my program. Like, you get to a point where, like, you just look at your ads like once a week, like, oh, cool, nice.
Yeah.
All right, change this. I'll make a new ad today. Okay. Running it is actually you have no idea how minuscule and how insignificant the task of running an ad is. It's actually stupid how easy it is. But because it's something new, you're going to feel overwhelmed. If I give you a Mandarin book right now to learn Mandarin, tell me, is there one person in this world like, seriously, come on, let's go. Like, no way.
At least say ni hao.
I don't even know. Listen, I don't speak Mandarin. It's impossible for me to be offensive by doing that because I'm literally only doing what I know. So,
got it.
Right? Like, I'm like, of course you're going to be overwhelmed with this new language. Nice. This is a new language. Yeah. God, like, the real answer to this question is stop thinking being overwhelmed is the problem. You think there's a problem because there's an overwhelm.
Yes.
Okay? And here's the kicker. There is no easier way to do it. What was the question? How do I set up my ads in an easier way?
How can I set them up easily?
The same easy way anyone else learns it, by learning how to set them up.
Yeah.
Take a simple course, video, YouTube videos. There's YouTube videos that are 40 minutes long and show you everything. Okay? That's it. Learning how to set them up is not a problem. Manage them, run them, maintain them, scale them. Now, if this overwhelms you, you're fucked. That's what you want. If that overwhelms you, you don't get into ads. Because you don't have the emotional capacity to get... Like, I'm saying, don't be afraid of overwhelm. Yeah. That is a necessary variable in your growth. Mm-hmm. That's my answer.
I actually have something to say to that. I feel like where someone gets overwhelmed, because I remember learning sales, I got overwhelmed when my closing rate, not my closing ratio, my show reel was going high, and I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of like freaking out. I feel like the only thing that helped me was coaching, setting the right expectation for myself, and also the motivation behind what I was doing.
That's a big one.
Like when it comes to like coaching, you obviously will be overwhelmed if you don't know. I'm going 58%. I don't know what's going on. I'm freaking out. I'm overwhelmed. I had a coaching with Callie. She's like, calm down. Just calm down. You see, so having the right mentorship and the right coaching kind of sets you right.
Yeah.
And then the expectation before you even start doing what you're doing. You think everything is supposed to go all right. I thought, I'm about to close. Everything is like progressing. And then another month, you just have what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Setting the right expectation for yourself, and you always say it, that it's going to be hard no matter what. It's going to be hard. Just sit down, put your seatbelt, and just enjoy the ride no matter what. And then just the motivation behind what you're doing.
Yeah.
You might hate doing ads, but for you hate. I bet maybe when you started, you hated it. But you always notice that, my vision is this, so let's
let me reverse all three of those. Those are very good points. The coaching one's obvious, but the other two. One, you only hate things you're bad at.
That's so true.
How true is this? You only hate things you're bad at, eh? Not always. Like, I'm sure someone's good at accounting, but you can't love that. But my point is, most of the time, you're hating something because you're bad at it. So you got to identify, is it because I suck? Or is it because I actually don't like this? Because I hated Facebook ads. I was actually so upset that a part of my program, I had to teach ads.
Yeah.
But I also was more upset if I had to teach people how to run around like chickens with their heads cut off on Facebook groups to build a business. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, I have to master ads. Okay. And I did. And I remember how much I hated it at first.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what I was doing. But then I saw the numbers rolling. Our first month running ads, I spent $4,700 and we did $34,000 in sales. First month running ads. And I think I only got 12 calls booked and we closed like 6, 7 of them.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. Okay. I remember how much I started loving ads after that.
Yeah.
Because I look at the dashboard, I'm like, this dashboard is money. This dashboard is running my entire business. I control my destiny.
Yeah.
Because I know how to run these ads. Because I control how much lead volume comes into my business and how much money we make.
Control the numbers.
So now I start to really like ads. Yeah. So make sure you distinguish. Do you hate the thing you're doing? You're overwhelmed because you don't like this, or just generally because you are not good at it yet? Because if you're good at it, you'll start loving it. Number one. Number two, the other thing he says, expectations. I think that is the major thing. And just in business in general, it's like people get discouraged, defeated, they become negative, they complain, they quit, fail, not because of the actual circumstance, but because of their mental attitude towards it. Because nobody set the right expectations, so they have unrealistic expectations. Absolutely. You think everything should go well. Let me give you a quick little secret. Okay, ready? Everything goes fucking bad.
Everything will go wrong.
Every single time. Okay. Everything will go terribly bad. His first month of sales, I closed. He closed his first month. I was like, I'm going to do this much, and literally made no sales for the rest of the month. I had my first month in sales, $34,000. I'm like, next month we're doing 50.
How many did we do, Arvin?
0 the next month. God in life has a funny way of building your character. Absolutely. The next month we got 0 sales and half the book calls. I'm like, man, and I spent more.
Yeah.
Money on ads. I'm like, reality check, right? Every time you think, like, your expectations like, this is good. I'm not saying be pessimistic. I'm not saying that at all, okay? Yeah. But understand, you're going to act as if everything is going to work out. That's called faith. While very much understanding that it doesn't matter if it's easy or hard. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it works or doesn't the way you think. Be completely acceptant right now, accepting that it will probably go way different than you thought. But then leadership is your willingness to continue to persevere, even know that will happen.
Yeah.
Willingness is leadership is your willingness to continue to persevere, even knowing that will happen.
Yeah.
So knowing it will be hard, like you want a fast way to eliminate overwhelm right now from your mind of any. Let's say you're doing something right now and it's like overwhelming you. You're just thinking about it. Like, I got to make an offer. I got to grow an audience. I got to build a webinar. Whatever. Something overwhelming you. Literally right now. Do this for me in a split second. I promise you, like Houdini, it's going to disappear out of your mind. All the overwhelm. You ready? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And simply accept that this shit's going to be hard. The moment you accept it's going to be hard, guess what happens immediately? All your expectations and unrealistic hope for it to be easy and please don't be hard, all that tension will disappear.
Yeah.
Because you've just accepted it will be hard. And magically, because you've accepted it's going to be hard, it's actually very ironic because it now starts to feel extremely easy.
Yeah.
Because you know it's going to be hard. So you're not faced with an opposite,
Absolutely.
an opposition with your expectation. Most of the pressure and stress and tension comes from your expectation it to be one way and it's not. Release that and actually expect it to be hard. Now, this feeling comes within you, almost like an excitement, because you're like, let's do it. Yeah. Literally, like a millisecond flip of your thinking, everything becomes easy. Now, want it to be easy, everything will feel extremely hard. One click of a button on Facebook dashboard will feel like 100. Expect it to be hundreds, and one click's like, oh, it's just a click. What am I really saying? What I'm saying is the secret to curing overwhelm, stress, tension, discouragement, fear is literally perspective. Perspective. Change your perspective. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. An overwhelming, confusing, and complex Facebook dashboard, if your perspective changed, will turn into a simple dashboard with ads on. What am I really, really, really saying? You completely, 1000% control your mental and emotional experience throughout any new thing you do by controlling the way you perceive it. What am I really, 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 really saying? You need to join speaking clients. That's what I'm doing.